Good morning. We've had Monday morning meditations from here, musical moments from up there. I'd like to combine the two this morning. Could we do a 5-way alliteration and call it a Monday morning meditative musical moment? Before participating in what will almost certainly be my last musical moment, I'd like to say something briefly about the musical activities that have enriched my life here immeasurably. Of course, I've devoted my professional life to doing work in French, to helping students, to helping open another world to my students through learning to express themselves in another language. And it's been a fulfilling endeavor, but there's been more. I've always been one who needs to have more than what the French call centers of interest in my life. Sometimes those interests come and go. Sometimes they compete for my attention and pull me in different directions. I've taught French, built houses and furniture, worked on a maintenance staff, flown airplanes, driven a truck, worked in a hospital, dug fossils out of the ground, played the organ in church, baritone saxophone in a 40s style dance band, and double bass in a community symphony. Of all those activities, playing music has been the constant. For me, playing music with others is one of the most rewarding pursuits, and here at Nichols, music has given me an anchoring centre d'intérêt outside my classroom. I came to Nichols in the fall of 1974. That year, the school had also hired a music teacher, a wonderful, vivacious lady named Katie Seaton. In the old music room, now Mr. Sikelli's sculpture studio, she taught music appreciation classes and gamely tried to begin developing instrumental and vocal musical programs, even though music was very much an extracurricular activity. For a time, we also had 3 part-time instrumental instructors on the faculty, a violist and string teacher named Betsy Deming, and 2 very young and already very accomplished players on their respective instruments, flute and horn, both fresh out of Houghton College. Mrs. Seaton's departure after 2 years coincided, I think, with Mr. Schwartz's appointment to the full-time faculty here. And with the support of the school, he has single-handedly built Nichols' instrumental program into what we have today. I hope you heard the orchestra and jazz band last Wednesday evening. My participation in the music program began in the mid-'80s. Just before the end of the school year, Mr. Schwartz loaned me an old clarinet. I think he told me at the time that he rescued it from somebody's trash on a sidewalk in Williamsville. I took a year or so of lessons on it until I heard my teacher playing tenor saxophone. And I said, whoa, that's the sound I want to make. I switched to saxophone with the lessons with the same teacher. Later, I took a year of lessons from Max Rosenthal's dad and joined Mr. Schwartz's fledgling jazz band, and a year later, the orchestra. My connection with stringed instruments began 4 or 5 years ago when Carl Hone and Katie Henry, the orchestra's 2 bass players, graduated. I thought that would be a great opportunity to learn a new instrument, which had always interested me, and to fill a need in the orchestra. I've played a lot of music over the years for Mr. Schwartz, and I've learned a lot from him. I consider him one of my very dearest friends, and will forever be grateful for the outlet and opportunity for another means of expression that his music program has provided me. We've played Handel, Beethoven, Brahms, Prokofiev, Gustav Holst, and even Percy Grainger, Count Basie, Duke Ellington, Lenny Niehaus, Jeff Jarvis, Herbie Hancock, and a whole bunch of others. So I leave you with the wish that you too might find that fulfilling centre d'intérêt in your own life. And now to this morning. In late 18th, early 19th century Paris, Jean-Baptiste Brévalon was a prominent cellist, composer, and conductor. Elena and I would like to play for you the rondo from his sonata in C major for cello and piano. The rondo is a poetic form characterized by couplets and refrain. The musical rondo is often the last movement of a sonata, as this one is. And it's also characterized by a recurring theme. You'll hear it 3 times in this one. The theme of this rondo is light and energetic and just right for a spring morning. Signorina Ciotta, per favore.